Human, human, my darling. Wake up, please. Please, little one, you're shaking in your sleep, rocking and rolling something fierce. It's worrying me. What is wrong, my darling? A bad dream? Has some terrible dream demon seen fit to make you its target? If one has, I promise it shall not happen again, even if I have to somehow traverse the astral realm. I'll... What do you mean, I'm alive? Of course I'm alive, dear one. At least, I was the last time I checked. Let me guess. Did something terrible happen to me in your dream? Perhaps I met a tragic fate. Ah, that explains your turmoil, then. Fret not, little one. I'm still alive, still here, and still very much in love with you. Though hearing your description of what happens, it makes me wonder. You say I was injured on a supply run, yes? On an evening that looked very much like this one. I was actually planning on going on such a run for you, my little one. But then your sleeping panic distracted me. Strange. There are many types of magic on this mountain, my darling. Perhaps some of them provided you with a glimpse into a world that could have been. Or still is, perhaps, simply opposite of our own. It matters not. I'm certainly not going to leave you alone now, my beloved. And after what you told me, well, I must admit I'll be a bit reluctant to head out on another supply run in the future. Yes, one often takes their own mortality for granted, especially with these nigh immortal scales, but to think about how easily it could slip away. The only time I can think of where I came so close to death was the first night we met. Yes, when you pulled that damnable black arrow from my chest, little human. Why, with the way I treated you, I suspect that the closest to death was you, actually. No, calm down, I'm only joking. But I'm not joking about my reluctance to venture outside, darling. The truth is, I haven't mentioned it to you out of fear that you would worry, but the villages I've been raiding, they've been getting awfully crafty when it comes to trying to take me down. Why, it's more than likely they may eventually decide to hire a dragon hunter of some kind, and I doubt that I'd be able to survive such an encounter, darling. Yes, even with you and your noble spirit at my side. Yes, the injury from that black arrow still wounds me after all this time. It was a dragon-slaying arrow, and they are notoriously good at their job. I doubt I would survive another encounter with one, and like I've said, I'm not particularly eager to chance it. Which, of course, brings us to a different dilemma, my darling. I'm not eager to venture outside this cave because I don't want to die, but if I don't, you will. From starvation, most likely. Typically, were I on my own, I'd simply hibernate for a few years, give the villagers a chance to calm down before making my dramatic and terrifying return. Yes, yes, I can imagine it now. The horror in the villagers' faces as they see me returning, swooping down from the skies, my shadow encompassing them as they run for their lives. 'Twould be a sight to behold, most certainly. But, again, you wouldn't survive such a wait, would you, my champion? I suppose you could wait in the cave while I rested, venture out and get food for yourself. But you'd be lonely, my little one, and I can't let you go through that on my account. It isn't fair, you see. You've been such a noble spirit. You don't deserve to ever experience such a thing. So I believe I have no choice other than to let you go. Yes, yes, I've had a lovely time with you. And I know for a while there I treated you like a pet, but being perfectly honest, you've become so much more than that, my darling. So much more. You are the reason I'm excited to greet the day. And yet, I'm holding you back, I think. So be off with you. That's right. I'm commanding you to leave. Flee from this cave this instant and never return. For I am a mighty dragon, and I do not need the company of tiny, insignificant mortals such as yourself.
Go.
There, that seems to have done the job. Poor little one. The fear on their face. I never hope to see such a thing again. But I did the right thing there. They're better off without me. All I'm doing is holding them back, keeping them here. There's an entire world out there for humans to experience. Far, far more than this stuffy old cave. Poor little one. I hope they'll be okay. Perhaps I'll visit them when I wake. Fire. Burning. Cold? What? What the? Who dares enter my cave? What foolish mortal has a death wish so grand that they would dare to wake a slumbering dragon? I shall bring the hells upon you, mortal. I shall... Oh. Little one. It's you. What are you doing here? I just told you to leave and never return. I was being very serious. You're right. I wasn't really, but still. What brings you here, and how long has it been? A year? That's impossible. I only closed my eyes for a moment. But, oh, what does it matter? Come here, my darling. Yes, of course, I'm happy to see you. Now come here. Give your dragon a hug. Even though it may have only been a moment for me since we parted ways, my friend. I've missed you so greatly. You look different, wiser, more experienced, shall I say. Getting up to some adventures now that you're finally free from my grip. Well done. I want to hear about all of them. Tell me, what have you been up to? Right, right. Really? Then what happened? I see. And that was only the first day. My, you've certainly been busy. But it is so wonderful to see you again. Even in this more experienced frame, I see the same soul within you, the same hope, the same optimism. It pleases me greatly to see that it hasn't diminished, though it saddens me to know that I could not be by your side on these journeys. I would very much like to have experienced that with you, I think. But it is not my place to question the laws of nature. I am a dragon. You are a human. Natural enemies. Even if some of our kind may get along, most of us hate each other. It simply cannot be. If only there were some way I... Wait. Repeat that for me again, human. What did you say? An amulet of polymorphy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but polymorphy. That is the human practice of turning creatures or humans into other creatures or humans, yes? And this amulet, naturally it would allow its wearer to transform on command into shape or form that they desire. Human, do you know what this means? If we get this amulet, I could go on adventures with you. We could spend all the time in the world together and I'd never have to leave your side, never have to worry about such petty things as difference in our species. I can't wait a second longer. Where is it, human? We must go. We must get it. That's quite far, even by my standards. I can see why you came here, little one. Even for your new adventurous skills, this is something you simply cannot do alone. It's a dangerous road, you know. but we'll do it together. You and me against whatever troubles may come our way. Climb upon my back, little one, and hold on tight. These wings can whip up a hell of a storm.